All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. All right, so I did talk about this on the report today, but I'm going to talk about it on a separate because I didn't read the article. So we're going to talk about it and we're going to read the article, and it's talking about Bitcoin, of course. Why Bitcoin will surge to $25,000 or more. Okay, and this is from Yahoo, February 10th, 2017. As you guys can see, they do have the numbers for the S&P for Friday's numbers was up. Dow was up as well, big. Broke more records, over 20,269. Once it goes to 20,300, that's another breaking record. You know what I mean? Uh, let's see here. Nasdaq was up as well. You got crude oil at 54. That means Brent oil is at what? 57. 57 something. So right where we want it to be, headed towards 60. Gold was down a little bit, not a lot, and then silver was up finally over 18. Silver finally closed over 18 for the first time in a minute, I believe. So watch silver because silver is one of the stocks, one of the currencies I told you guys to hold. Well, I didn't tell you guys, but I posted it on my personal because I never tell you guys. I never recommend anything. Everything I say is for me. Okay, and then you guys do whatever you guys can then do your own research. And that just covers me, right? Because I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that, or wealth manager. But I did on my personal page to start of the year. I did post the things that I thought were going to be really good this year: Bitcoin, silver, of course, gold is going to do well this year. I believe in the latter and in the middle to the late in the year, or maybe or sooner than that. Maybe once once Iraq gives us what we're looking for, maybe that's gonna get this thing up so we can bring in the gold standard. Okay, or at least head towards that gold standard. So this might start to rise as well. But silver is what is something that, and Bitcoin is what we need to be looking at because this is very cheap. Okay, and it shouldn't be this cheap. So we're looking at $150 to $600 range. I know that's a big range, but we're looking for somewhere around between there. I know Webbot is looking for $300 to $600 range. I'm looking for $150 to $600. Okay, for silver in the future. So silver's a good thing to have. A good thing to start buying, in my opinion, right? And let's see here. So it says Bitcoin. Why Bitcoin will surge. Okay, so as you guys see, is by this person who is the president of the chief behavioral strategic of microeconomics research. Okay, let's see what they talk about here. Bitcoin. Okay. It says many of the key ingredients present in past bubbles are now present to create the next one in Bitcoin. All right, cool. And Bitcoin right now is at what, $1,800, $1,018. I can't wait till Bitcoin hits 2,000 because that means that everything in our for you guys that are in MPCA with me, my paying crypto ads with me, everything in my paying crypto ads, we have now doubled our money. So if you're making $100 a day right now in my paying crypto ads, if Bitcoin hits 2,000, you're now making $2,000 a day. I mean, you're now making $200 a day and you didn't do anything, but it's just because the Bitcoin prices went up. Okay, so that's awesome, right? So I mean, goodness gracious. So let's say you were making $100 a day and you were pulling out $20 because it's one, you get the return of 120, so that means you're able to pull out 20% of your daily earnings, to maintain your account. So you're pulling out $20 a day, maintaining your account at $100 a day earnings, and you get to keep $20 a day. Okay. Well, now that value, because it went to Bitcoin goes to 2,000, now you're actually keeping $40 a day, and then if Bitcoin goes to 3,000, you're keeping $60 a day, and you're not doing anything but just maintaining your account at $100 a day, right? But it's really now, if Bitcoin goes to 2,000, it's really now $200 a day. If Bitcoin goes to 3,000, then it's $300 a day. So that's the power of Bitcoin going up, and the power of being in my paying crypto ads, because it's all in Bitcoin, and all you have to do is maintain your account. If you max out your account, that's great. But if you just maintain your account at $100 a day, which is really easy to do, it's not going to take long. It might take you 60 days or less to get to $100 a day inside of my Creating Crypto ads, right? So you maintain your account at $100 a day, and that means you're pulling out $20 a day, and you're just maintaining your account. You're clicking your ads and things, and then the Bitcoin prices just explode upwards. You're going to reap the rewards at $25,000 a day. At 25,000 Bitcoin, I mean, your account at 1,000. I mean, your account at 100 becomes 25,000. No, that can't be right, can it? No, that can't be right. Is it 2,500? 2,500, yeah, 2,500. Wow. So if one Bitcoin is 25,000, you at point 0.1 is 2,500. So can you imagine right now if you're making $100 a day inside of the system, which is 0.1? At some point in the future, that 0.1 is going to be equal to 2,500 a day, and you can pull out 20% of that. Oh my goodness gracious, that's crazy. Okay, so that's the power, man. The link's in the description for that, man. I keep telling you guys, I'm telling you something, man. The main channel and you guys, man, I be saying things and you guys don't even care, man. And then it be happening, and then you guys be running to my email and message box like, "Hey, man, I want part of this." I'm like, why are you 6 months late when the prophet tells you something in the beginning? Why don't you, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how late so many people are that have been listening to me every day. Why when you hear something from me or hear something from a prophet, why not just pray about it immediately so you don't miss out? What's the point of I don't get why so many of you guys are holding out for 6, 7, 8 months for things, man. It's unbelievable, especially some of you guys that work 2 jobs. Some of you guys work 2 jobs. Some of you guys might even work 3 jobs. And you can use some of that part-time money and half of that part-time money and make you and max out the program, and so you can get rid of that money, that part-time job, and then eventually get rid of the full-time job, because what you will be able to do when you max out one of these programs is you'll be able to leverage it to max out another program. Then you're able to leverage 2 programs to max out a third and a fourth and a fifth, and eventually you have 10 programs online maxed out. And you don't even need a job anymore. That's how you do it, But that's just common sense, and we live in a world that is not. Just common sense is just it's like a common sense going extinct, And people that have common sense, they're being called all types of names, You got common sense. You want to protect your country from illegals. Oh my God, you're a traitor now. So common sense is going to the wayside. So it's just unbelievable to me. Says one of the reasons people buy gold is to avoid the delusion of fiat money. In other words, gold investors care about keeping their purchasing power. The alternative is an unlimited supply of paper money over time. Okay, so it says that the digital money or cryptocurrency will eventually find its appeal with hard asset investors. Yeah, it will. And what's going on is right now, Bitcoin is being open to countries. So Austria just introduced Bitcoin to its country. You have Japan is going to make Bitcoin I guess a currency of the nation. Okay, so you'll be able to use the yen and the dollar, of course, and Bitcoin. So they're going to make it a national currency for the nation. That's huge because Japan is big, right? And that's one of the reasons why Bitcoin is about to go to 1,200, 1,300, 1,500, and 2,000, because Japan is on board, and they're announcing it as a national currency here very soon. They're putting it into law. Okay, so that's gonna raise Bitcoin immediately. China's dealing with it, of course, and they're going through their banking stuff to make sure there's no money laundering, all that stuff to it. And we're gonna continue to see fluctuations of Bitcoin go up and down. It's gonna go from, it might go to 1100 and come all the way back down to 970, then come back up to 1300, come down to 990. We might see that big fluctuation before we hit that 1400, and then we'll see what we do from there. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen from there. But I know that we're going to probably see 2,000 to 3,000 this year, and then into next year. As the currencies, the paper money starts to come down, and the dollar starts to come down, and the paper money starts to come down, and everybody starts to rely, and also poor countries that are struggling. Okay, they're gonna rely on Bitcoin, because they're gonna rely on Bitcoin instead of their paper money, and Bitcoin is gonna go through the roof because of that. Okay, so 3,000 plus is and it's coming in the near future for Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin wealth transfer is on the way. I've been told you guys. I gave a buy signal at 589, and some people prayed about it, and many people didn't. Many people just said whatever. I'm all about Iraq. I don't care about excuse me. I don't care about nothing else, which is a huge mistake. You know what I mean? Which is a huge mistake. There's so many different wealth transfers coming, and I'm not looking at just Iraq, but we're looking at, we're looking at Bitcoin. We're looking at silver wealth transfer. You're gonna make a lot of money on silver. I mean, look at it's only at 18. And what's going to happen with silver? What's going to give it away? It's going to start to move. When silver starts to move $2 to $3 a day, then you know it's on. It's already on. So if you're not in, when silver starts to move $2 to $3 a day, if you're not in, you better be running to your bank or to wherever to go grab some silver, some silver coins and stuff immediately. You know what I mean? Because once silver starts moving up $1 to $2 a day, you already know something. It's about to go into its reality. Okay, because you're waiting for Iraq to return to the international world with back into their reality. But silver is also is going to do the same thing in the future, right? It's going to return to its reality. They're going to show the true value of silver, because it's been suppressed and it's been devalued on purpose, right? So it's going to show its true value, which is around $150 to $600. Okay, so once you start seeing silver move $1 to $2 a day, it's about to explode. Okay, and Bitcoin, we're gonna see it go up and down here, up and down big. So there's gonna be a chance to make some money in Bitcoin, because as soon as it goes about 1100, it could easily, sellers will come in and take it back to 9 something. It may be, and then you can grab it at 9, take it to 1150 maybe, take it back to 9, take it to 12, take it back to 9, take it to 13, take it back to 9, take it to 14, and then after 14 we got to reassess ourselves and see what we're doing from there, and then we're on our way to 2,000 plus, and then 3,000 for Bitcoin. Okay, so just get ready for that. A lot of you guys been sitting on the fence. All you care about is Iraq. All you care about is complaining about your job and your part-time job and maybe your third job, not realizing that the program the prophet has put in the description section, it could have been 6 months ago freed me from my 3 jobs, but especially the reliable ones, the ads team, my paying ads, my paying crypto ads. Those 3 are the ones that have been reliable. Those ones they have great, external income, and they got a huge member base, and they're not going through any of the problems the other companies are going through. Okay, now I know my 24 will get itself together. Drew has almost $1 million in reserves coming to him in March, April. So we know, we get that, but they're going. My 24 is going through a lot, a lot of changes, a lot of things, and so that's not reliable. As right now, it will be in the future. I believe in Drew and all the money that he has in the reserves. But those 3, the ads team, my paying ads and my paying crypto ads are good. And of course, my paying crypto ads is really good, because Bitcoin, if we are right about Bitcoin, and we had a couple people pray about Bitcoin, and they said thumbs up, okay, so we're right about Bitcoin, then my paying crypto ads is a no-brainer. because that means that your money, your value of Bitcoin is going to rise, and that means that the money inside the system is just going to explode, right? So you can get to a good place of $100 a day, and Bitcoin can just shoot up the roof. All right, so that's it for me. Eyes open.